If we never cross paths again, I hope at least you've watched this video because it contains very important information regarding deplorable behavior committed by Kris Tyson, who, in case you don't know, has appeared in Mr. Beast videos, as well as being invited to and attending the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, and having an entire influencer career astroturfed from Mr. Beast. In the past 48 hours, I released a video discussing the fact that Kris Tyson has a long documented history of engaging with artwork that depicts minors sexually on Twitter. I find that disgusting, and the fact that the person who's drawn these minors sexually has not only used cartoon characters that are underage, but real children as references for this artwork, and that Kris Tyson has purchased artwork from this person, I find to be absolutely disgusting, deplorable, and downright predatory. Most of these screenshots of Kris Tyson engaging with these posts are archived out there on the internet, and most of them took place from 2017 to 2018. With that being said, Kris Tyson has entirely scrubbed their Twitter account, so you can't find any of these screenshots that incriminate them. Now, since that video, everything I've said still stands. However, there's been another video going around that accuses Kris Tyson of having inappropriate conversations with a 13-year-old boy. Now, in my video, I did not discuss that at all. I had no idea of anything regarding that. All I knew at the time is that Kris Tyson has enjoyed artworks of minors depicted sexually, which in my opinion is enough to completely disavow them as a person. For some people, their line is different. They need you to literally talk to a minor for you to be a bad person. They don't think that consuming drawn children is bad. I don't think those people are okay. I condemn those people. I disavow them. These people literally think that because it's not a real child and it's just a drawing that there's no harm in consuming it, which is absurd. And I just don't even see how you could believe that, especially when there's drawings based on real children. Now, regarding Kris Tyson having inappropriate conversations with a 13-year-old boy, from what I found, I don't know how true that is, but the gist is, in my video, I never discussed Kris Tyson having conversations with a 13-year-old boy. That's just not something that I knew about, nor talked about in the video. However, another YouTuber named Brion made a video talking about how Kris Tyson had allegedly had inappropriate conversations with this 13-year-old boy, and this is the person in question, @LavaGS. Now, this person is 20 years old now, so 7 years ago when this was all going down, he would have been 13 years old, and he's made this tweet here saying, "These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava," which is another name Kris uses, "never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies?" So this person, he's getting his audience on Twitter, he's riling them up, accusing me of lying about a very dangerous and damning situation to get his fans to attack me in my comment section, and he's targeting me. This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. Now, these two videos are one by me and one by friend of the channel, Sensitive Society. In neither of these videos did we mention who this person is. I have no idea who you are. I only found out who you were like a few hours ago when I watched the Brion video talking about your situation. You have an issue with Brion. I'm not your guy. You've got the wrong person. This person clearly didn't fucking watch the videos because in neither of them is your name mentioned once. And now we have people on Twitter, 39,000, almost 40,000 likes with almost 5 million views of people who think that I've misrepresented your situation, which I didn't even talk about your situation. We got Sensitive Society who replied by, "Hey, you got the wrong channels here, man. I never talked about you or your situation. I didn't even know what happened. The videos in question talk about something else. I would appreciate if you corrected it because now people are saying I'm spreading misinformation when once again, I didn't even talk about you or your situation. Thank you." And I wrote something similar here saying, "I have no idea who you are and never mentioned you in my video. You need to stop lying." My video focuses on Kris Tyson's history of engaging with art that depicts minors sexually, which I find deplorable. If there's something I'm missing, do let me know. Now, this person has been active on Twitter since this post, and then they just haven't responded. I DM'd them, I said, "Hey, can we have a conversation?" And no response, radio silence. Now, this isn't cool, and I would like Lava to take this tweet down because it's wrong, but I actually did look into the situation regarding Kris Tyson and a 13-year-old because that's why we're here in the first place. It's not about me, it's not about anyone, it's about Kris Tyson and their relationship with minors. So the Brion video that the quartering here is referencing is that Mr. Beast co-host trans Kris Tyson outed for sending sexual messages to 13-year-old. Not one single article, none. Now, Lava says he didn't send me sexual messages. Well, let's actually look at what was sent because there was actually a relationship here, and let's see what's going on here. Is there missing context? Are these fake? I find it incredibly inappropriate for this 20-year-old to have been privately Snapchatting you when you would have been in your early teenage years, making sexual remarks, also joking about sending you nudes. If you want to pass these off as, quote, edgy jokes, be my guest, but let's not forget the fact that he has a history of engaging with artworks that depicts minors sexually. In my opinion, that adds another layer to the strangeness of their relationship. Lava even seems to have known about Kris Tyson's, quote, hentai addiction. How? And let's talk about the actual messages that Lava received from Kris Tyson. Lava says, I get weird snap from Kris. And you can see he's on his porch or something saying, coming for America. Now, you might think that's harmless. I think it's strange to have a one-on-one relationship with a minor and to be sending that to them, especially when that person's in their early teenage years. But maybe you just want to write that off as an edgy joke, that's fine. I do think we have to keep these all in the context of the lolly consumption, but let's continue. Here we have Kris saying, guys, we are so close to our goal, and my God, one more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. And then the Lava person pledges to their thing, and then he goes, but not $5, pathetic, JK. And he's basically saying like, oh, pathetic, like you don't want the thing that's gonna get you the nudes or something. I just find the whole conversation strange. And then we have Lava replying to a tweet here from Kris, and it says, Kris, does she know about your hentai addiction? Why would you know about his hentai addiction? What the hell is going on here? I just think this is very strange. These are all screenshots that have been archived, and I do want to say, I don't think that this is appropriate whatsoever. Why does this kid know about your hentai addiction? Why are you saying coming for America? Why are you talking about nudes on Patreon? I know it's a joke, but like at the same time, it's not a joke that you actually consume artwork depicting minors. Like this, none of this is really making sense, and it's hard for me to defend you or justify any of this. Think before you sleep, in the reply says, a 20-year-old being friends with a 13-year-old is not inherently bad. For example, if they both like to play the same online video game, then I think it's perfectly fine. Problem is that all the inappropriate conversations Kris was having with the kid that is 7 years younger than him, and the inappropriate sexual demeanor in some of the references that are made. 100%, I completely agree. So yeah, going back to this, I mean, Lava says he didn't send me sexual messages, which is fine if you don't take these as sexual. Maybe he just thinks that because they're not targeted at him, like, oh, pull down your pants, that they don't really qualify. I still think it's weird, and I do disavow that. So, I mean, whether he wants to say that it doesn't count because it's not directed toward him, or he's just talking about sexual things more broadly, that it's fine. I personally don't think it is, but whatever. And then you have to look at the response from the public on this. You have this person who, thank God, called this out. Where are the big creators who instantly disavowed Dr. Disrespect for his inappropriate actions? Why aren't they calling out the pedophilia from Kris Tyson? Keep the same energy with Kris Tyson as you did Dr. Disrespect. I look forward to your statement denouncing Kris. And I completely agree. I mean, Dr. Disrespect had an inappropriate conversation with a minor. Kris Tyson had an inappropriate conversation with a minor, and also is purchasing artwork like that. I mean, why not call out Kris Tyson? Where is the condemnation from people? But what you actually have here is people like this saying, great, now Kris has set trans people back for years to come. Are you out of your mind?
What, are you retarded?
Imagine seeing a story about a potential case of grooming and consumption of really inappropriate and disgusting artwork, and you think, oh, dang, trans people are really the most affected by this. Not the children. No, not the minors. The trans people. Are you fucking kidding me? Your internal victimhood complex is so built up to the point where you can acknowledge objective bad without factoring in that your community who caused the bad might have some sort of repercussions. Like, are you serious? And I wrote in response to this, imagine being more interested in the optics of the trans community than the harm of predatory behavior. I just can't believe that. And it really is predatory behavior. Kris Tyson supported the cartoon CP artist Shadman that drew my daughter at the age 8 in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Kris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, as it still upsets me. This is not misinformation, this is a fact. This is the kind of person Kris Tyson is. This is disgusting. I can't support this at all. You should not support this either. At this point in time, the way that Dr. Disrespect was grabbed by the internet and squeezed a response out of, we need to do the same thing to Kris Tyson. I want answers on this sort of stuff. This cannot be unaddressed. I don't want this to be the sort of thing that just blows over. And the fact that Dr. Disrespect was basically forced to have that needs to happen at Kris Tyson. And this has nothing to do with transphobia, as this Reddit post says. While there is a lot of transphobic bullshit that should be debunked, Kris Tyson was still a massive Shadman fan, even commissioning art from him, which made a cameo in one of Mr. Beast's videos. She's not as clean as a lot of y'all would like her to be. Sorry, this post was removed by the moderators of r/YouTube drama. This is just misinformation. There is no evidence she commissioned this piece. And then you have like these people covering up for her, running cover. Are you serious? No one's condemning her. Why? Why are we not condemning this predator? And I really want to hone in on the fact that if this was any other person, people would be all over this. People demolished Dr. Disrespect. They demolished Sneeko for liking cuties. They are demolishing Cody Ko right now. And for this to be just like swept under the rug and not addressed by bigger creators is a very alarming sign that somehow if you are either transgender or a minority or tied to Mr. Beast or something like that, that you can get away with certain things. And I think that's disgusting and unacceptable. And there's one more thing that I want to get into before we wrap this video up, and that is the fact that an old clip of Kris Tyson is resurfacing where he actually posted a video that links a revenge P-word video or image of Jeanette McCurdy from the Nickelodeon show iCarly and Sam and Cat.
How's it going, you guys? So recently everybody's been hearing about the Jeanette McCurdy leak of her photo. What the story is, she sent pictures to her boyfriend, her now ex-boyfriend, and he leaked them out, and she is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else.
I'm not endorsing for people to go look at Revenge P-word, but you can just check it out, link in my description. It's super easy to access, and just so you know, it's down there. I do have it here right for you. Not that I'm endorsing it, but it is right here that you can access it. We got all these people in the replies saying they saw it coming and everything like that. I didn't know it was this bad. I mean, like, how could you do this? Genuinely a disgusting person, and that's all I really have to say about this. Goodbye.